עם מסכת סנהדרין דף צדיק א' עמוד א', תנו רבונון, כשבואו בני מצרים לדון עם ישראל, was a court case that the Mitzrayim wanted to sue the Jewish nation. אמרו להם, they made a court case in front of Alexandrus Mukdum, Alexander the Great. We want to take back all the money and all the gold and silver that you took from our ancestors, that you borrow from our ancestors, because you write in your Torah, Hashem nosan eschenu om be'ene Mitzrayim vayish alum, and they lended something that you lend, you want it back. But the Yidden, they had a lawyer. His name was Gevia ben Pesiso, and he told them, okay, let's negotiate. How many years did we have to work in Mitzrayim? 430 years. Look at the Torah says, Umosha b'nei Yisrael sheyoshvu be'eretz Mitzrayim 30 shana ve'arba me'os shana. How many people worked over there? Shishim riboy, 600,000. Make a cheshbon, how much are the wages of 600,000 people multiply by 430 years. That was the end of the court case. They ran away. 600,000 times 430 years comes out 250 million per year. In today's money, if a person earns about 20,000 a year, 5,160 billion. That's how much Mitzrayim have to pay us. The question over here is, how can we ask for money when we went to Mitzrayim to pay up the choif? Avraham Avinu said, how do I know that I'm going to get Eretz Yisrael? For that he had to pay to go down to Mitzrayim 430 years and have Golus Mitzrayim. So Mitzrayim were only a shluchim to be Mekayim the Gezeira from Bris Ben Abesorim, the Gezeira's Golus. So how can you say that they have to pay? The Eshel Avram says this is called Ze Nehena v'Ze Lo Chosar. The Mitzrayim got Hano, people work for him for nothing. V'Ze Lo Chosar. The Yidden did not lose anything, they had to work. Like somebody was given a job to work for a knas, he cannot get paid. So how come the Yidden ask for reward, getting paid afterwards? The Ketzos HaChoshen in Simen Reish Samech Dalet Sivkotan Beis, at the halachos of Ze Nehena v'Ze Lo Choser, you potter legamri, you don't have to pay anything. That is only im lo choser klum, if the person did not use up any part of the hano. For example, somebody goes to live in a old dira, vacant dira, a house that was not occupied. He doesn't have to pay rent if that was vacant and nobody was ready to rent it. What happens if he did occupy a beautiful, expensive room and all he did is make it look not so fresh? The walls are a little scratched, minor things. Then that's not considered Ze Nehena v'Ze Lo Choser. That's considered Ze Nehena v'Ze Choser. Mashu. The locho is a machlokes haposkim. The shittas hatoisefos im bo v'kamo. The Gemara is in Daf Chof Ometeis. Toshema. Rabbi Yehuda Omer. Hador bechatzer chaveiro shelo midato sorich la'alois lois sochor. If somebody lives in somebody's chotzer without his consent, has to pay rent. Where it says Shema Mino, you see from here Ze Nehena v'Ze Lo Choser Chayav. The Gemara says cannot be. The Gemara answers Shahani Hosam. We're talking about in a case Shum Shachrurisio da Shaiso. She explains that the walls got dirty. In such a case, he was choser amashu. What's the halacha? Does he have to pay just to paint the walls, or he has to pay for the entire rent that he was nehena? The shita from Rav Rishonim, that he could ask for the entire rent even though זה נהנה וזה לא חוסר אלא משהו. All he was machaser was very little amount of money, but he has to pay all the hanoah that he had and how much rent he would have be able to collect, even though it is זה נהנה וזה לא חוסר. By the bris ben Abesonim was that the Yidden are going to be in Golus be'eretz lo Elohem, ba'avodim are going to work for them for avodah. There's no gezerah that they have to go through the tzoros that Mitzrim did, the killings, the bloodbaths that Paro did. That's called choser. The Yidden lost. For that, they are allowed to ask for the entire amount of money, even the chelik that was in the gezerah of bris ben Abesonim, the gezerah's golus. The Mitzrim would not hurt the Yidden, and Nochanami, they cannot ask for anything. Since they hurt the Yidden, they were choser. We don't say it's called ze nehena v'ze lo choser. That's the teres from the Eshel Abraham. But we have another problem. The Yidden were not in Mitzrayim 430 years. They were 210 years. And out of these 210 years, only the last 86 years we had to suffer in Mitzrayim. At the birth of Miriam. That's why her name is Miriam, Eloshon Mar, bitterness. Like the Medrash says in Shir Hashirim. Hageshem cholav holach lo 86 shono shel kushi hashivot nigzeru aleichem beholchu lohem. Mishenoldo Miriam hikshu Mitzrayim sheyavod al Yisrael v'chen nikro Miriam al Shem Merirusom. Another kasha is there were now 600,000 Yidden. There were more than 600,000 Yidden. 5 times more. V'chamushim olu b'nei Yisrael mi-Mitzrayim, only 1 of 5 came out from Mitzrayim. 600,000 is only 1 out of 5. So if you multiply 600,000 times 5, you get 3 million. So what's Gevia ben Psisas Cheshbon? Sanhedrin Tzadik Aleph Amud Aleph. So in Yikra, the Raisa brings down from the Rabbi Yerachmiel Kram that if you multiply 86 years times 5, you get 430. Times 600,000, you get the same Cheshbon. Actually, Gevia ben Psisa just used the psukim, but his cheshbon was exactly the same.